What's good, Cowboy crazies? All Cowboys listeners out there, we are back. Took a little hiatus here for a couple weeks. Deserved hiatus, as we are unfortunately back to being a poor football club. But like like we do every week anyway, and we'll continue to do from here on out as we will touch base, I should say, and talk about everything Dallas Cowboys sports. So alongside me is my co-host Co as well. Co, initial thoughts from the last time we talked, kind of over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, just been an absolute roller coaster of emotions. The cycle as a Cowboys fan, you get hope. We show a little glimpse of a good football team, and then it just all comes back to circle of we're terrible, and other critics were right about what they were saying. So, it's been tough. Obviously enjoyed the Commanders game. Not so much the game today against uh Denver or the one against Carolina. So, I mean, if I will stop watching games unless we fire Eberflus. If we don't get rid of Eberflus, I would just not watch games on Sunday anymore.
Yeah, I don't understand what our infatuation at this point as a franchise of why we keep Eberflus, because now we're however many games we are. What are we? 3-4-1. We're back under 500, and he's still continuing to keep his job. Uh, and I hear
40
it
plus
from
points.
right all the time, and like we're continually making every quarterback's day. Like when they come play the Cowboys, you're going to throw for 300 yards. You're going to have 2 touchdowns at least, if not more. You're going to pick us apart on crucial plays, crucial downs, on third and longs. It's like, like we could even have a couple of series where we work our ass off, get them behind the sticks, and we're either going to have a huge penalty because we can't cover people, or they're just going to have a wide open area in the zone and get just enough to get past the chains. I watch it every week with this defense. Like third and 11, well, we're going to let them run an 11-yard curl route and then just sit at the sticks and they're going to get it. I just don't
Private.
understand I just don't get what our plan is there. And Eberflus has to go. We've said that countless times in this show, and um, it's either flat out at this point Jerry Jones just doesn't care, or he actually thinks Eberflus is getting better. And both options are just both horrendous takes and not going to take us anywhere.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And just to piggyback off of what you said, I literally saw today with Kenneth Murray giving it's a third down and 10 situation. And let's play the sticks at 9 yards and let's make sure everything's in front of us. But now we're going to float back with an 8 yard cushion already, float back 4 yards. So we're 2 yards past the sticks, and we're going to let them catch it right in front of us and tackle them. As I can't handle it anymore. I really can't. I don't know. I really don't know what to do.
No, what answers do we have? And at this point, what do you have to lose? You're 3-4 in one, whatever. We'll give them the one tie just to feel a little better, but easily could be 3-5. Um, what do you do though when you have all these people that are just continually not cutting it? Like our secondary is atrocious. Our linebacking core we talk about over and over, slow, can't get off the field, can't cover anybody, can't break down and tackle anybody. Go out and sign free agents. I don't care how much it costs. Like they'll play because they've been sitting on the sideline. They're just looking for a chance to play. You can't tell me that Stephon Gilmore and guys out there wouldn't at least give us better effort than this group's giving us.
And I agree 100%. I mean, D line gets no pressures. Linebackers take atrocious angles to a ball carrier. Secondary has their
Atrocious,
head up their ass.
atrocious angles. Yeah,
Secondary has their head
Elam
up their
should
ass
just
every
be
time the
off the
ball is in the
field.
air. I can do what Elam's doing out there every Sunday.
Yeah,
Bro just runs around. That's all he. I don't know, Loss. I really don't know. I'm at a loss of words for the defense. I'm tired of it. I feel bad for Dak especially. Um, and honestly, today too, offensively, if you know Riley Moss's buns, and every time he throws his way, there's a flag about defensive illegal contact, defensive pass interference or holding. Like, why are we just not targeting him every freaking rep, especially when their number one cornerback goes down? So,
well, CD was pointing that out like every play. He's like, this dude can't cover me. We should have been attacking
right.
him. If they put him on an island one on one, no disrespect to the former Hawkeye, like, and shout out the Hawks real quick, hey, huh? I mean, they're out there
We get a
cooking it
little
in
hot.
Iowa
We get a
City.
little hot. Get a little hot.
They they ran it up on Minnesota. Oregon, watch out in 2 weeks. You're coming to Kinnick.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, we're top 5 teams come to die anyway. But for the Hawks, just like throw this out there. That was just BTA. I mean,
It was.
let's be real.
Well,
They
and it was a
they
good
scored on every level of
special
defense,
teams.
offense, and
Yeah,
special teams.
yeah. The Caden
There are a
Witchin,
couple
or
Weejan's a
like
dog.
the Weechin, yeah, excuse me. He to bring back that punt though. That is karma for a couple years ago when we had the
Coops.
BS fair catch call. Yeah, and then we just
Yeah, I
absolutely
know.
annihilated a PJ Fleck team. I hate PJ Fleck too, dude. Something about row the boat just bothers me. So for the Hawks to take care of business, that's the greatest thing to see.
The Hawks are a couple drives away from being undefeated. Like, let's be real. Like Indiana, they
They
should
make
beat
that.
Indiana, which is the number
They
two
make
team
that
in the
field
nation.
goal. Yeah, they make that field goal
Yeah.
against Indiana. You're looking at a team
And
that's
then
probably a top 15 team.
undefeated, I mean, yeah, they should have beat State. I mean, honestly, like could be 7-0. But back to the poverty franchise that we have to watch every Sunday. Yeah, Jerry Jones needs to make some moves defensively. We need to get rid of Eberflus. I really, at this point, what's your take on Diggs? Do you trade him? Okay, how did he get
So
a concussion?
I was just gonna see if you had any more news on that. Like I saw now he's placed on IR, so he's out for at least a minimum of 4 weeks. But like you don't just fall down and have a freak accident concussion. So either he full on got like beat up and no one wants to talk about it, or he just doesn't want to play.
Right,
Because
right, right.
you could maybe something happens, but now you're on an IR 4 weeks. Like to me, this is like a much bigger case than what it is, and there's no news or initial report out to like confirm anything yet. But you don't just cut ties with him unless you're planning on getting rid of him completely or something seriously happened and they're trying to cover it up. But in my opinion, you get rid of Diggs because he's washed. Like he can't cover anybody either. And side note, real quick, we were talking about our secondary, who's terrible. How come when we do get an interception from our safeties or corners, I texted you this today, can we not do our feet not work? Like, are we just so shocked we intercepted the ball? We can't get off the we can't get off the ground. We're like stumbling, like we're just running just like some reason our feet are stuck in mud and trying to get back up, and then we only get like 3 yards when we could be taking house calls back on half these interceptions.
Yeah, no, I agree. We're just so cooked in this. Like, I don't feel safe on a second. I don't feel safe on a 2nd and 20. Like defensively, if there's a 2nd and 20, I know it's going to be 3rd and 2 the next play, if not a first down. Like,
Yeah, well, that
I don't
that
know.
makes it almost impossible for us to get off the field if there's not a good set, like down and distance that we feel comfortable. Like you just said, literally, we could back them up 2 or 3 penalties, and they'll throw for a 30-yard pass the next play. And I'm like, okay, either we are just flat out the worst defense of all time, or our guys have already quit on the scheme that Eberflus is putting out there because there's
What is the
you
scheme
could
though,
take
Aust? What is the scheme?
right. There isn't one. I mean, last week
What's
they
our
were kind of
identity?
giving us, I don't know, last week they were giving us our kudos for, oh, we switched it up to a little bit more man. And I was like, I think it boils down to Jaden Daniels is hurt and their two top
Hmm.
weapons were out. So, like, we felt good about ourselves, but we still are an atrocious defense. Everybody playing us moving forward is licking their chops on a get back game offensively.
Yeah, we suck. Let's just turn it to a higher note. I mean, let's kind of. I mean, I don't want to say like the season's over because it really isn't. But 4 losses, we're just in a tough situation with how banged up we are, and I don't know. Is it? I mean, I'm almost looking into next year as in who we have to sign. We have Javante to sign. We have Pickens to sign. And just kind of a
And
side note, we did. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Pickens said he wants to be signed long term. Like he's enjoyed his time, and I mean, another high note, like you said, let's turn it to a higher note. He had another good game. He was pulling out the
Hmm.
peekaboo celebration every time he caught a ball. I don't know if he either just didn't care about the overall score, but he was still out here trying to like get his, which is awesome. Like go get yours. But
But yeah,
he
absolutely.
was celebrating like we were ahead, and I was laughing every time I saw him catch a ball. I was like, all right, he's still in it. At least he's
Or
bringing the
when
juice.
it Oh, absolutely. Or when he tries to get 15 more when someone tosses him, like 3 seconds after the play, he'll just like flop.
Hmm.
But so we'll have Pickens, Javante, and I guess I mean we're trying to make moves. We did call about Hendrickson and Crosby, but both got denied on those. I mean, if we do,
Do
when
you
we
feel
bring,
like with trades and stuff, like yes, we are trying to make those. I feel like we fall in the same category as like the Lakers and like the Yankees for stuff like that. People don't want to make trades with us. Like I feel like we have to give up way more than like other franchises. When you see trades come out like in the middle of the year,
yeah,
like the Eagles,
people get
it seems like
fleeced.
people will trade. Yeah, people will give the Eagles players for like a seventh round pick, and he's like a first to third round value. We want to trade for someone that's like a decent player. They're like, yep, it'll take 3 firsts and your best player. Like, why do we got to give you the house just to get an average player? But then you'll trade with someone in the NFL that doesn't need them, and you'll just give them to them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like that happens a lot. And maybe that's just what we see, but I swear, dude, like we have to give up a lot. And we don't make trades often. We know we don't. Like, so I'm curious to see if Jerry just
Well,
pockets the first we got for Micah or he
look at the
just
last trade we made. Like, Jonathan Mingo was supposed to be some woohoo third option receiver. He hasn't even played a snap. Saw he was
dog
inactive
shit.
again today. Yeah, he's horrible. Horrible decision to even trade for that guy.
We gave him like
We
a
just
fifth for that,
waste.
didn't we? Or a third.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
dude,
We
we
should have
traded
been like,
away
they should just
Amari
given him to him.
Cooper for a fifth round pick. That's are we saying those two are equivalent? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, our front office in terms of trades and I feel like even you could almost say developing some of our talent is pretty poor. Like, who have we drafted recently? Obviously, Dak a long time ago. Right now that he's well into his career, but like, who have we developed in our draft that has actually just flat out dominated for us lately?
And that's just gonna tie back. We really develop O line well. So I think the only one would be Tyler Smith. Like he's a dog, our guard.
Hmm.
And I don't even think
And that'll
CD's
be
developed. I think he was just good off the get go.
that's what I mean. Wherever he's at, he would have had success. I'm just glad we at least picked him because he does mesh well with Dak, obviously, and then adding
Yeah,
Pickens.
but
Like,
like
I think we probably have one of the best two weapons in the receiving core now.
we do. I think we do have the best duo in the league. I think
But
they're first, and
you
I
can't.
think a close second is Addison and Jefferson in Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah. Addison's come along, man. I didn't think he was gonna like just jump to the top like that, but he's been a beast. He's tough to stop. But what makes it super frustrating for me on offense is like, yeah, they struggled today. Dak threw some ill-advised throws for the first time all year since probably the Chicago game to have, such bad decisions. Um,
Right.
but what do you expect? Not to cut him slack or to make an excuse for the guy, but when
Right.
you're consistently, if you start the game down as often as we have been, and a team literally wins the toss and is so confident they're going to score on us that they take the ball, they don't even defer like you're most commonly seen in the NFL. They elect to receive, score on us, and are fine with giving up the ball in the second half because like get up by 2 scores, we'll make the offense one dimensional. Cowboys still only can score 30. We'll go over 30 and we'll win. Like it's just sickening to me that our offense is consistently put behind the 8 ball by our defense never getting a stop.
Yeah. I don't know. Like we said, we just need to be average, and we're everything but that. The 32nd ranked team defensively, and I don't know. I'm just tired of it. It's got me to the point where it's just like I don't even care anymore. Make make a move. Just give me some type of
Yeah,
hope
it's gonna
again,
be.
just to just so that cycle repeats again. You know, it's like I don't know.
It's all right. It's almost like fool me once. It's fine. Please just at least fool me. Give me some hidden hope of like we have something planned to get better because
Right. And I
right now it looks like we're just folding.
I think every Cowboys fans is just at this point too, where we're at in the season. It's like we've given everything we've have already. We've tried to like voice our opinions on everything, and it's like
Right.
regardless of what we're saying, like they're so stubborn in the front office, it won't matter.
Yeah. So let's look ahead. I got the next 2 games pulled up. We go Cardinals at home on Monday Night Football next week. I'm imagining that one to be a shootout. Like Kyler Murray will probably rush for 100 yards and also throw for 250, have a career night. But I think we could probably edge them out because we're home, so we'll probably score 40. It's just if we give up 40 or less.
Yeah, fair. If we can hold them
I
to a
mean,
field goal on one possession.
because they are 2-5, so like they're not writing any ships, here that they're just going to be some big dog team.
Hmm.
So, but where I'm going with this is, let's say we win this game. What we win against Arizona, so we're 4-4-1. We go into our bye week, get a little healthy, get maybe some secondary back that's going to do the same thing. But then we go to Las Vegas, which is again Monday Night Football, and we win that game. Let's say we're
We
five,
play
four,
back
and
to back
one.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah, back to back with a bye week in between. So let's say we win both those games, and we'll dig more in depth like as those weeks come up and continue to come back to the show. But let's say we win those at 5-4-1. Are you still feeling any better? Like I I, I think today's loss for me, what I'm trying to say is it put the nail in the coffin for me. Is I think I'm no longer going to get fleeced by this team and have a week where I'm like, oh yeah, we are back. Like I, I think I'm over that. I think I'm at, well, even if we get above 500 again, I truly know who we are. I don't think we stay above 500 this year, or if we do, we're like right at that, where we might exactly end something something in one with a dead even record, or like one game below 500.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I mean, at the end of the day, those are two teams that are ranked probably 28th or less in the whole league. Beating them, but I know damn well that it's going to be a close game, and Cowboys Nation be, oh, we won a tight. No, no, we shouldn't win a tight one against. We should blow these guys out, but they're going to score 24 to 28 to 30 points, and Genty's going to run for 300 against us and have three tugs. It's like I know, yeah, like you just said, I know who we truly are, and I'm not going to be really happy with those wins. Obviously, I want to win, but I'm not going to be intrigued or fall into a trap of we are someone who we aren't.
Right. And then here we have Murderers Row after that. So like good for us. Let's give us a round of applause. We win two in a row. We're 5-4-1. Then we have Eagles coming to Jerry's World. Then we have Chiefs on Thanksgiving ready to give us a beat down on national TV in front of everybody while everybody's eating Thanksgiving turkey. And then we go to Detroit on December 4th. That's our next three games after our two easy games.
Detroit might put up
I
80 on us. I'm not lying.
Yeah, and Dan Campbell will do that. Like he does not care. He will run it. He will run it up. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. Like I said, take wins where we can get wins. So if we win that game, I'll feel good about it. Um, I mean, I will feel good because it's a win, but it's like we're not getting anywhere this year. Like I don't even know what's better at this point. Let me pose that question to you. What's better at this point? Somehow manage to sneak into the playoffs at 500 and get the 7 seed,
And then just get
or
absolutely tossed away and end
right,
the season with a middle of the year draft pick. Yeah.
or get like the 10th pick, because we're probably still a little bit too good to be like. There's a lot of really bad teams that are already guaranteed to be like the top 6, 7 picks, or do we get somewhere from that 8 to 13 range? Like, what do you think's better?
Honestly, the best case scenario, we win out and we win the bowl. No, but
Right.
I don't know because we've been there. We've had those seasons. We've had both. Which one hurt the most? I would say the season where we go 4-12 and we get a top 10 pick. I think those seasons suck.
Well, they
So
definitely hurt the most because you're like, we're also not losers like us. Like my mindset to myself, excuse me, is like, you want to win every game, everything you do. Like we compete. If me and you were walking down the street, we'd probably compete about something, like just see who could beat the
right,
other
it's
person
just
in
so
something.
competitive, so competitive.
Right. So like it
Right,
sucks to be a fan of this fan or of this team right now, because I feel like that's not where their expectations are. Like certain players on our team are. I think Dak Prescott wants to win more than anybody. Like he's talked about what a Super Bowl would mean, but then you're surrounding him with just lackluster effort is not going to
right.
cut it for a franchise as lustrous as ours is. Like we're a rich franchise. Like we're obviously one of the most popular teams
We're
in the
the most
entire world.
valuable franchise in the world.
Most
Yeah,
most valuable franchise. Why are we not treating and carrying ourselves with that type of moxie, with that type of poise, with that type of like, this is who we should be?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like nothing will change, Austin. We've been there. We've seen it our whole life. Just I don't know, one where you think Jerry does flip the switch because he always says no one wants to win as much as him, but it's like you don't really show us. You don't make a move.
No,
You don't.
you're not. Yeah, you're not backing those
You're really
words.
not. Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy.
What's your take?
It's
What's your
crazy.
take on Shoddy then this year? If play continues
I
to go
like
like
Shy.
this,
Well, I think he's going to get a bad rep because he is because of our record, maybe how it ends at the end of the year. And has he made a few poor decisions? Yeah, maybe some bad play calls here and there, things like that. But I think you can see the foundation he's trying to lay in like the intensity that he coaches with, and I think that he carries himself with that poise that I like. Like when you look back, I think people were really mad about the hire when it initially came out. It was him because there's some big names out there, that were
hmm
possibly interested in being our coach. But I think the foundational piece he's laying for like what type of culture he wants the Cowboys to play with, I do like that part of it. I just don't think he has that much pull on what we can do defensively. And I think if it was up to him, I think he'd probably wipe the slate clean and start over on defense and get rid of Eberflus. But at the end of the day, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones make all the decisions. So I
right?
think I don't think Shoddy's to blame. Do you?
No, I think he's right. I think that's what I'm saying. I think there's strings being pulled that he can't control, and I think he just has to put on a smile, and he's got a once in a lifetime opportunity that he can't really voice his opinion as much, or you know. But you got to think Dak has to go in the office and say, "Hey, like he's got to be to a point of frustration, like help me
Yeah, for
out,
sure.
do
For sure.
something."
Yeah, yeah. The hardest part for me leaving this game is kind of my final take on it. I think, unfortunately, though, today kicked Dak Prescott out of the MVP running. Like, officially
Yeah.
stamped that he's no longer in it. One, because our record won't be good enough. You're usually not an MVP unless you're, contending for your um, conference as one of the top seeds. And then he had a poor game, throwing a couple bad decisions, interceptions that he doesn't usually do. So I think he's probably out of the running on that, unfortunately.
And it's when you really break it down into detail, it's not his fault. When you're chasing, trying to do something more than what you're supposed to, because you have to score every possession you have the ball, and your defense is going to let up 7 points every time the opponent touches the ball. It's like you should do stuff you're not supposed to. You do try to do too much, and it's hard to get into a rhythm,
Mhm.
and that's just what happens. It's the way the apple falls sometimes. So
Yeah, and shout out a little bit to Denver. I thought their pass rush was on another level today.
yeah,
They
they
all
lead
have
the
statistics.
league in sacks.
They do, yeah, and they were getting after our quarterback every play. It felt like he never
hmm
really could. And Dak does a damn good job of sitting in the pocket and taking hits to like deliver balls on time on target. And he did that again today. It just when you play a defense like that, especially when they can just pin their ears back and rush after them when they're in the lead and they can drop their secondary back and play blanket coverage. You're going to get to the quarterback every now and then when you know they're going to pass the
hmm
ball as many times as we did. So Denver kicked our ass. Let's just call it what it is. They were the better team. They played at their
Yeah,
place. They
the
kind of
BTA
rock
for
some
sure.
nice jerseys.
Those
Kind of rock
retros.
with the throw. Yeah, those are
Yeah,
sick. I like when
throwbacks.
teams do the retro looks. So let's turn the page a little bit. Let's look around the NFL. Anything that stuck out to you today, or the last several weeks since we've talked, of just teams that maybe are flying off the radar, or maybe teams that are going to surprise some teams, or what you saw?
Well, first off, I just want to say, uh, how bad I feel for Cam Scadaboo, man. That's just terrible. And that injuries, man, injuries. Just something you don't want to see in the league, and especially for Cam, bro. Feel for him, even though he's a rival. Just feel terrible for him for the season he was having. I mean, he and Dart were what made people want to watch the Giants, right? So
For sure, for
sucks,
sure.
sucks there. But I would say, dude, I think the Colts are the real deal.
They
They
have
really
consistently
just
proven that they do belong.
Yeah, they really have just rolled people, like rolling people. And I think Jonathan Taylor's probably the favorite for the offense player of the year this year. He's cooking like no other. Danny Dimes has got a perfect offensive scheme that he can execute, and I feel like they're just continue to show like they're a powerhouse, and I don't know, it's something to look forward to in the playoffs. So I think the Colts are the real deal.
for
And
sure.
then what's your take on this Bears Baltimore game?
I mean, okay, so I think that could be a huge turning point for the Ravens. Like they came in at 1-5. Teams usually die at 1-5. Like you roll over and you're just looking forward to next season. But if you look at their schedule moving forward, they talked about it on the broadcast too. So they beat the Chicago Bears at home at 2-5. They're probably going to get Lamar Jackson back here this next week. They go to Miami on Thursday night. They'll beat Miami's brakes off if they get Lamar back. Miami's
Hey, how
defense
about
is
my
bad.
before before that though? Miami just BTA the Falcons.
Yeah, but that's with Kirk Cousins coming back. Yeah, he went in today for Michael Penix and he did terrible.
Okay, that's what you think it was. Huh?
Yeah, Kirk Chains. But
All right.
uh, so I think the Ravens win their game against Minnesota or against Miami. Then they go to Minnesota. I think if you have Lamar, you're telling me you're not taking a Lamar Jackson because that team has weapons. Yeah, they were 1-5, but like they actually aren't injured. They just started with a tough schedule, like the Bills. Then they lost to the Lions. Then they lost to the Chiefs. The Texans game is the only one that was bad, but that's without Lamar Jackson. So like that's just a bad loss. And then the Rams are not a bad team. So I think they just had like a hell of a schedule to start the year. I'm not
Rams are
saying
solid.
yeah, that's what I mean. So they lost to the Rams, the Chiefs, the Lions, and the Bills were four of their five losses with a bad loss mixed into Houston, but I mean, don't write off Baltimore. I think they get hot here the next couple weeks. They'll beat Miami, like I said. I think they beat Minnesota. I think they beat Cleveland. I think they beat the Jets. I think they beat the Bengals. That's going to be like 6 wins in a row, and then they're going to be sitting right above 500 or right at it and play a huge game against Pittsburgh. That's like the next true test they have on their schedule.
Well, I mean, we said this a couple weeks ago. Well, I'm going to ask you it again then. So would you rather be in Baltimore's situation or our situation?
Well, at the time being, I was told, "Oh yeah, we're going to be a good team." Like me and you talked, I was like, "Yeah, I mean, our ceiling's getting higher. I think we can do some things." But now I'd rather be in Baltimore's because, like we just said, we want to compete. You want to play at the highest level. You want to make the playoffs, give yourself a chance. I think Baltimore's more equipped with the weapons they have on both sides of the ball. Their defense is getting a little better. They're talking about in their game today that they don't get to the quarterback very much. They're one of the low tier teams, kind of like us. Excuse me, getting to the quarterback, but they got to the quarterback a little more today. They're getting a little healthier on the defensive side of the ball. Uh, they have Marlon Humphrey. They have some guys that are still like stars on that side of the ball. You can say Patrick Queen, or no, Patrick Queen. No, he's on. I just messed that up. Patrick
Pittsburgh.
Queen. Correct me. Yeah, but
Yeah, he's on
who's
Pittsburgh.
Baltimore's linebacker? They got a good linebacker too. I'm like drawing a
What's his
blank right now.
freaking face? From Georgia,
Yeah,
right?
they got some guys though that can do some things. So I'd rather be in their shoes. Yep. Yeah, there you go.
And then yeah, they got Kyle Hamilton too in the secondary too. So they're nice. They're nice defensively, but I don't know. It's just 2-5. I mean, they're really only one game behind from us, so they do have
I
a
know
nice schedule to look forward to. I don't know. We were almost telling them to wrap it up.
we were, and I was not shouting at Lamar, and I was like telling him how he's not won a big game, but I think I'd rather be in their shoes and they can control their own destiny because we're a joke. So maybe I'll start seeing what they can do the rest of the season. Couple things that stood out to me real quick. I want to get your take on is New England Patriots are 6-2. Are they a sneaky 6-2? Or are you like not actually intrigued by their wins? Like I'll be the first to admit I bashed Drake May, and I still don't think Drake May is him. I don't think he can lead your franchise as like your quarterback to win you a Super Bowl. I just don't. But it's hard to argue with success, and they're having success. They're winning a lot of games. That includes a win over the Bills. Uh, Other than that, I guess they don't have really a great win. But their win at Buffalo is going to turn some eyes, and that's, I believe it's one, two, three, four in a row since they lost to the Steelers by one touchdown. So they're 6-2 with a decent stretch looking forward.
Yeah, my take there is uh I think they're a good, solid team. Um, and I think they just go show up and go to work. I think
And that's shout out to
you
their
know
head coach, probably.
I think that's Rabel. That's Rabel. That's what I'm saying. They don't have any distractions. They go to work. Like there isn't that guy. Like obviously Diggs is good stuff, right? But there isn't a guy that's he needs the ball. I need this. I need to do this. I'm gonna do more than what I need to. I think everyone knows their role there. Um,
Hmm.
I couldn't name you a single lineman, but I know they have protected Drake May fairly well this year. Defensively, I think they show up when they need to, right? And obviously they beat the Browns today. Yeah, whatever. But I mean, they handled them and they win games they're supposed to win, and there's no arguing. It doesn't matter how you win as long as you win, and they're handling business. So I think Rabel is doing a great job up there in New England, and I don't know. I think obviously they beat the Bills at Bills, so they have a
Right.
chance to win
No,
the AFC East. So
100%.
yeah, it's
Are you
it's
looking
a
at
team to look forward to.
right? Are you looking at? You brought up Vrabel. That's a great point. You think he could be looking at Coach of the Year, at least being brought? You don't think even at least being
He's in the
brought up in
conversation. He's in the conversation, but I think that's going to go to the
who else are you
Colts.
throwing in there? Oh yeah,
That's going to
yeah,
go to the
Shane
Colts.
Steichen.
That's going to
Steichen
go
is
to
like
Steichen.
because those two both fall in the same category. Steichen's obviously you're right, 100%. Steichen's number one right now because their expectation for both those two teams wasn't like to dominate. Now those
Mm-mm.
two inside their own locker room are thinking to dominate. That's why they are doing that, right? But I don't think a lot of people were like they were the first two. They were going to say, "Oh yeah, the Colts and the Patriots expect them to be top of the AFC."
Right. So I think Steichen takes that easily, but that's as of week 8, right? We still got
Right, right.
9 more weeks to go. So yeah,
No, 100%, 100%. No, a lot of things going on around the NFL every week is you know, kind of turns a new page, kind of brings up some new things, new thoughts. We'll continue to dive into those every week with you guys. We will go on to our last section. I want to ask you real quick. I should have asked you before we started, but do you still have 4 questions we can go over, or do you want to do something else for this one?
yeah, I can get you 4. I think I have it in my notes. One sec.
No, that's fine. Like I said, I don't know. One thing while you're getting that pulled up, I kind of talked about briefly my other team that I'm rooting for because I like to get the old man behind the quarterback position was
Yeah, how's
the
it
Steelers.
going?
They're
My
winning right
roommates are
now
watching right now.
16. They're winning 16-7 over Green Bay, so he's got to feel good. Um,
What?
Aaron Rodgers got to feel good about kind of getting a get back with Green Bay and the team that kind of wrote him off. Um, they continue to win games. Like if they win this game, they're going to be at I believe 6 wins, maybe 5. I'll have to double check that to make sure, but that's a team that's going to be sneaky in an AFC North that has got Baltimore behind the 8 ball to start the year. That might be enough to make sure Pittsburgh wins the North.
Yeah, I mean Pittsburgh is in a great spot. They're not flashy. They just do enough to get a win. So they're Caleb
100%.
Johnson away from a one loss season as of right now too. So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I hit you with
We
4.
brought up a lot. We brought up a lot of Hawkeye stuff.
Yeah, big Hawks, baby. Go Hawks. Anyway, um, so 4 quarters of fun. I'll start you off here. Just in the first quarter, give me Austin's top 3 songs. Bang. He's got the aux in the locker room.
Ooh,
Give me 3 songs. 3 songs with 3 artists you're putting on before we go out there
okay,
and let the Cowboys put up 40 points defensively.
okay. You're right, right. Something I'm jamming to, and then get my heart broken head after watching the game. It's a great question. I think it's probably easier for me to jump into because there's a lot of good songs from a lot of artists that I listen to. I'm probably gonna play a little NBA YoungBoy, a little Nevada. I think
Yeah.
that one's gonna
Oh,
get me going.
Nevada. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That
Okay.
that one hypes me up. That one hypes me up. Uh, I think it's a little baby. Correct me if I'm wrong. On me. That's a good one. That one hypes me up for games, free game.
Okay. I got you. I
Um,
got you.
and then you got to always 100% throw in a little Drake in there. I don't care. He can hit a bunch of different moods too.
Thank you.
Pause.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
no, I'll put some Drake in there. So I don't know. You agree, disagree with those three?
No, I love those. Those are great picks. And like you said, Drake's so versatile and he's the GOAT. I don't care what anybody says. If you think Kendrick Lamar is good, get out of my section. Anyway,
Ooh,
all right,
Drake's
second
your
question.
goat. That's wild.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All
All right,
like of all time, all rappers. We won't go into it,
all
but
time.
that's
No, we don't have
wow.
to get into it because that's just a don't even want to. Anyway, second quarter. Here you go. Who do you think deserves the MVP for the World Series if they were to win? Or if they were to lose? Do you think Vladdy has played so well that he deserves MVP and the Dodgers win? Or let's say the Blue Jays win. Do you think Shohei played good enough that he would deserve MVP? Obviously, they're going into Game 3 tomorrow, I think it is. Uh, what's your take on that World Series MVP?
First off, shout out Vladdy, right? Last name, you gotta bring him up.
It's like our
You
fifth
know, I
cousin.
think
It's like our fifth cousin.
yeah, yeah. That's what I tell everybody. He's down the line. We don't see him a lot, but he is part of the fam. Um, no, but he's been hitting the freaking leather off the baseball. Like his average through the entire postseason run has been freaking crazy. So he's definitely put himself in conversation to be the MVP. And I think if they win, he is. And half the time, like sometimes the MVP also goes to like your leader of your team that kind of got you to that point. And then they have to also have a couple, breakthrough moments or star moments where they hit, a home run in a big game in the World Series. So I think he would definitely be the MVP front runner if they pull it out. But the Blue Jays are kind of a team too that are just like, yeah, they have a couple stars with him, and George Springer, but they like have just played so collectively well, and they're a bunch of young guys that just like love the game. You know what I mean? I think that's really the
Hmm.
only reason they're even there. They actually have probably fewer stars than other teams around the league that they've beaten to get there. So I think Vladdy would be number one option. But if the Dodgers were to win, I don't think he deserves it. People are going to call me crazy. I don't think Shohei deserves it because he really hasn't been. He did the World Series. He's been playing better, but up to that point, and I know you only are getting graded on what you do in that final series, so maybe he does deserve
Right.
it. But like, it's hard to argue with Yamatobo, who just threw a complete game.
Bro,
Like
he's a
that's wild. And
dog.
yeah,
He's
back to
a
back, and they're pitching. You could give it to any of the Dodgers pitchers. They've all been freaking keeping teams to like one run or nothing. Like it's just so hard to hit them.
no. That's so valid, and I think yeah, dude, he's a dog. I didn't know like MLB pitchers could complete games. That's wild.
That's so tough. That's so tough.
I know it is wild. That's just like something unheard of for me. But no, those are great takes. Who are you rooting for? I guess just before I go into the
Blue
third
Jays.
quarter,
See, I'm a Yankees fan. Like I get hate for that because I'm a Yankees and a
as
Cowboys
we
fan.
all
Like,
as we all are. As come
right,
on now.
right, yeah. And it's I get hate for that, but as a Yankees fan, like it's not the Red Sox winning it. So like if it was the Red Sox,
Hmm.
I ain't rooting for the Red Sox ever. But like, what have the Blue Jays really done for a long time? It's like kind of cool to see. Like Toronto, they're not even in America. I think
That's
their
what I'm saying
stadium's
though.
awesome.
That's where it rubs me the wrong way because I don't want a Canadian team winning the most American sport in the world.
That's true. That's
That's
true.
where I'm just with the Dodgers. I don't know.
That's a good
I,
point. That's a
I
good
see where
point.
I like that though. Blue Jays. I mean, our fifth cousin's on there, so obviously we got to root for him there.
Right, for sure. I'll shoot him a text after this.
Okay, rolling into the third quarter, shut at half. Give me your equivalent to a Tiger Woods Sunday Red fit.
Man, that's a great
Like
question.
you
You came up with
specifically. You specifically.
all right. You came up with a good one. I don't know. I think something just like if you can fit it the right way, I think there's no better fit than like some joggers with some nice fresh white Nike kicks. You got a hat like and just
Hey.
I don't know why, but I rep like a just a like an Unreal shout out Unreal brand like gray hoodie long sleeve, and
Okay. Okay.
you just look like an elite athlete walking around, and like that's just a comfortable fit. Like I'm not dressing up for an occasion technically, but I'm also like not looking like a slob. Like I could wear that fit and also like go to five different areas. Like you could go out with buddies if you wanted to in that. You still look
There you
all
go.
right.
There you go.
You could go to the gym and still hit a workout if you really wanted to. You could hit go to the gym and shoot some shots. Like you could literally do five different things with the same fit. That's kind of the fit that I like to mess around with.
Okay, that's
What
tough.
about
That's
you?
tough. For me, um, I think for me, I I throw on the jeans. You know, me, I like to throw on my boots and my jeans and throw on a little
Yeah,
button
yes,
up.
sir.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
But that's
I
clean. That's
feel
clean.
yeah. And if I'm getting a little saucy, I'll throw on the cowboy hat. I'm just trying to keep it casual and just
Ooh.
throw throw on the little construction management hat. So that's where I'm
So
at.
when
That's
you
where
so
I'm at with my fit.
when's the last time you threw on the cowboy hat to complete the fit? Like I've seen you in the boots. Great look. Like I even think
Bro,
boots. I
like
need to rock those. I need to rock those more for like concerts and stuff.
you gotta rock the boots. Let me pull up a pic. It was actually wasn't too long ago. I mean, we went out and I'd be wearing my boots, but I had like the actual hat, the complete fit. Oh, it was me, Pops, and Johnny. We went to a concert in Dyersville. Shout out Diva. Um, where is this? It was a
It does
good
complete
time.
the
Oh,
fit
yeah,
though. You're not even lying. Like once you get the hat on, that's the truth.
yeah. It's elite. Can't find the pic, but we'll throw it up on another podcast. I got to get into my
All right,
final
for sure, for
question.
sure, for sure. All right, for sure.
All right, so fourth quarter, final, uh, final pick here or question. Sorry, I guess if I were to give you $1,000, but you had to par a par three, and if you don't, then you can't golf for the rest of the year. And let's say this is the beginning of the year. Are you taking that bet?
$1,000 just to par it, so I don't have to like I don't have to bird it yet. I just have to play it as you should play it, right? Average golfers
Yeah,
should
you,
be able
and
to par every.
you can do it. You can do it. You can birdie. Hell, you could ace it if you want. We know
Right.
that ain't
Do
happening.
I am I pulling do I get to pick the course? Like somewhere I know I can play, or is this a neutral site? Like,
No, we're gonna say it's a hole you played millions and millions of times. It's a hole you're familiar with.
all right, the thing about it is to myself, I'll say, yeah, I'm taking that bet because I want the $1,000. And then I'm gonna step up into the tee box. I'm gonna pull an iron out, and I know that shit's going way right to start. So like I'm walking up comfortable as can be. I'm talking that talk. I know I'm talking like I got music blaring. I'm saying, "Hey, watch this." And then I know I'm hooking that shot immediately to the right. And then I know it's out of hand, but
Then he's
that's how
got
I
to
do
go
it cuz
up and down for 100 out.
yeah, yeah. But I'm taking my I mean, a par 3 like I just got to concentrate on one swing. Like it's all about how you do the first swing. If you can put it anywhere near the hole, you got two shots to get it back close. Like I don't even need it to be a putt on the second shot. If I can just lightly chip it onto the green, then I'll take my chances on making it because I feel like my short game, like my putting, has come a long ways. But I just like I said, I'm going to be talking that talk. It's going to come down to that first shot off the tee. Am I just hooking it 100 yards right, or is it going to be decent?
That's interesting. That's interesting. One of these times, I mean, it's getting a little colder, but I might surprise you one day, pull up on you, take you to the par three. We'll see how
Dude,
you dial
here's a
under
random
pressure.
for sure. Here's a random off topic one with that. I don't know if you have one or not because I know you golf a little bit. I got a golf glove, like just the one glove. You put it on just the one
Hmm.
hand. I don't know if you have one or not. You got one of those?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah. Of
okay. But do
course,
you only how you're supposed to only wear it to drive? Do you take it
bruh.
off or because I just leave
What?
it on? I leave it on the whole hole.
Wait, what do
I
you
putt
mean?
with I don't once I
You
put it on hole once I put it on my left hand. It's my left hand. It's not your right hand. You put it on
yeah,
your left,
right,
and then
yeah.
so I put it on. You're getting out of your cart, you get your driver out on hole one. I put it on to start that drive. I don't take it off the entire round. I leave it on every shot the rest of the day.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. People say you're supposed to take it off after your drive.
Yeah, it's like it's well, you can wear like you wear it again for like every shot till the green, I guess technically. I think like I'm no avid golfer, but I'm pretty sure when you watch them putt, like the golfers
No,
that wear the
like
glove,
what
they take the
I
glove off.
yeah to putt. Yeah, I'm not wearing it when I putt.
No, that's what I'm
You
telling you
wear
though.
it when
I
you
put it
wear it when
on
you
the
putt.
first hole first. It's not coming off the entire round. That thing stays on the entire round. I'm out here
Bro,
setting a new trend in golf.
you're an NPC, dude. You're actually buns if you're wearing that glove when you putt.
The glove
Nah,
doesn't come off for 3 hours that I golf.
dude. Every round, that's one stanky ass glove.
Yeah, it is. It's it is. It is. It's bad. It's bad,
That's funny.
but
That's funny.
that's crazy. That's
We'll have to throw out a poll
crazy.
on that
All
and
right, should we wrap?
see if
Yeah, yeah.
our
No, I'll
fans
throw a poll out.
wear their glove when they putt or not.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that should be the poll of the week. I love that one. Well, I'll get that out there. We'll get this posted for people to listen to. Like I said,
Awesome.
it's been 3 weeks since we talked, so we'll wrap it
Yeah,
up. If you want to give us a wrap up and kind of give the shout outs.
yeah, absolutely. No, I'll just glad you guys stuck around. We got stuff going on, getting busy, school, work, whatever it is. Glad you guys are sticking around, and you know, yeah, we're plugged in at TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, X, for any slips that you guys want. Yeah, just continue on this journey, this roller coaster. As you can tell, we're having a little fun with it because I think we know the season.
All right, that's all the topics we have.